How we doing, people? It's Mark here from the Throwback Store, and we are here on the Throwback Podcast, episode 10. And as you can see, there's not just me and G-Shaq on this one. We've got a special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want me to introduce you? Do you want what do you want? What do you want?
Bro, it's your podcast, man. However you want to do this, whatever you can do. The vibe.
You're on the.
I'll let Shaq do the intro, man. I'll see him there.
Yeah, go on.
The man, the myth, the Mooncey.
How long have you been waiting for that one? How long have you been waiting to use that one, bro?
To be fair, mate, I stick on almost every tweet I reply to you, but you're big time now. You don't reply.
I'm not big time, brother. Come on, man. I'm still here. I'm still in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Thank you for having me on, guys. It's a pleasure, man. I've been digging this podcast since it started. It's dope to be able to jump on. I'm a little ashamed I haven't got my jersey collection. I was telling you guys just before, doing a little bit of restructuring of my office, so I don't have the jerseys out right now. But hopefully next time I come on, I have my jerseys in the back too.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to jump straight in.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm assuming you get asked a lot, X's and O's. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So we're going to kind of try and go away from that and think outside the box. Give you some kind of different questions. So, as me and G-Shaq are as well, you're a sneakerhead. So the first question would be, from me, is what is, going in heavy early here, what is your favourite sneaker of all time?
Now that's a tough one. You know me. You see the kicks in the background. You know the vibes when it comes to it. Now, are we talking in terms of a model, like a silhouette, or a colorway as well? Because for me, the greatest sneaker of all time is the Jordan 4. Because comfort-wise, looks-wise, just everything about it is the perfect sneaker for me. There's nothing I love more than Jordan 4s. But then if we're talking colorways, I guess each colorway has a different amount of sentimental value attached to it for me. So it's hard to narrow down one favorite. Obviously, the Breads are the classic. Got to go with that. The Black Cats are my personal favorite because they're just gully. You know, when I stepped through in them Black Cats, I remember the first time I wore them here, it was crazy. The amount of people, like people who don't even like sneakers, were stopping me saying, yo, what a day. So the Black Cats are there. But the one pair that evades me still are the white cements. And they are my favorites. Okay. And they dropped back when I was broke. I couldn't buy them. I had to watch everyone else get them. And I think they're dropping next year again. So I'll be on a mission to acquire them when they drop. Because for me, they're just the ultimate summertime crepe. The Black Cats and the Breads for winter, and then the white cement ones for the summer. Ooh, looking icy out here.
Got the Sky Sports bag now, so yeah, we know you can afford it. You know.
Plug season.
Hey man, listen, I'm just trying to pay off my student loans, pay off my debts, pay my bills, and get through it, man. That's all.
Aren't we all?
Preach. So obviously you vaguely touched on it there, because my question was going to be, what is that one shoe that is the grail? Is that shoe that you have kind of sat there and looked at and gone, oh?
So it's another Jordan 4. Shouts to one of my homies. We have this agreement, right? If he ever gets married. Because he was never into trainers before. He was never into crepes before, right? And then after being friends with me for a certain amount of years, you eventually become a sneakerhead just because I'm always looking at shoes and I'm always wearing kicks. So you got to step your game up. So he started getting into Jordans. And then, one time he asked me, yo, can you wear Jordans with a suit? I'm like, of course you can wear Jordans with a suit. And so, boom, I said to him, bro, listen, because he's been with his missus for years and years. So they're going to get married soon. I said to him, listen, bro, you tell me any pair of trainers you want in the world, I will get them for you for your wedding. So we're going to step through in the kicks. And the kicks that he has requested are, do you remember when Cause did a collaboration with Jordan Brand and they brought out those Jordan 4s?
Yeah.
Ones. So the Cause Jordan 4s, I'm going to have to buy 2 pairs, which is going to be like 20 grand.
You're going to need that Sky Sports bag for that. You're going to need it.
But even that won't cover it. Even that won't cover it, bro.
You need an NBA bag for that.
Do you know what I'm saying, man? Bro, I need that Supermax extension that Giannis is going to get to cover this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to cop 2 pairs and, roll through looking all drippy, make sure all the bridesmaids see the kicks, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, see. I knew there was a reason. I know friendships aren't like that. Friendships aren't like that. I knew there was something. I knew there was something behind. I was waiting for it. So as I'm Mark from the Throwback Store, obviously we're going to have to talk jerseys.
Yes, sir.
And we'll start with your team, Boston. And what do you think about their new jersey? What's being called the banner jersey?
Well, they brought it out this year, which is interesting because I feel like we're kind of the furthest away from a banner going into this season as we have been for like the last 5.
Yeah.
I like the idea. I do like the idea of it. The concept-wise is very good. But just looks-wise, it's not something that I would personally purchase.
No.
You know, I like the black one. I've got 3 of the black ones now. They've got the Jordan logo on as well. The banner one, I like the concept. I really like the little quote that they have on the bottom left. But in terms of it looks more like a training jersey for me than it does an actual. But I will say this to say this. Last year, I hated the one with the Gaelic font on it in the gold writing. I absolutely despised it. But as the season wore on and I saw more and more games wearing it, it kind of grew on me. And you kind of get more used to it. I think sometimes when jerseys are new and a bit different to what you're expecting, the initial reaction is, But over time, when you see the players wearing it and the players, because my whole thing on jerseys is I don't care too much for the design. All of the jerseys I like are the ones that have something attached to it.
Yeah.
You know, like it'll be a certain player or a certain moment that I will want the jersey for. So, you know, say Jayson Tatum goes out and drops 80 points wearing this jersey, I'm going to have to get one.
Yeah.
But what about you, bro? You're obviously the GOAT of jerseys. Ginger Shaq, you're a heavy investor. What do you guys think about them?
Boston are just, sorry, bro. It's just boring, isn't it? Like Boston, I'm heavy on this podcast, and I feel like I'm always going at Boston. But
you're a Philly fan, bro. Of course you are.
Yeah, there's just no thought that go like it's like you said, the Gaelic jersey with like the gold and something a bit different. Boston fans were like, "What do you mean? It's not just green and white and black. What do you do?"
No, but I don't think Boston needs all the different stuff. Like
it's similar to LA. It's similar to LA.
You know what I mean?
In the fact that they've got the history, they've got the brand, and they stick to it. And I understand that. But like I said on one of the other podcasts, it seemed to me like the design team in Boston have kind of been laid back there in the TD Garden, and I've just got no ideas for this jersey. The banners. We'll use the banners. And that's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like they'd run out of ideas, but maybe that's COVID. Maybe the design team just had to rush something through because they've not been in the office.
I think one of the biggest problems with Celtics, though, is that, I mean, the UK is quite Celtic heavy. So, like, someone like the Boston Brit who's done some amazing concepts, when you see concepts flying around the internet and then an actual jersey drops, you've always kind of got that one in the back of your head where you're a little bit like, oh, if only they pushed out the boat a little bit. Like, I'm a big fan of the green and gold. Like, that with the OG lettering, just Boston, I think that would have just, that as a city jersey would just go hard.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like the thing is, because the designs are so classic, you don't even need to stray away from the designs. Why not put Beantown on it? Or why not put, 617 or something? Do you know what I mean? Like
something fresh.
Something a little bit different, but it looks the same stylistically. But what I will say is, bucket list talk, one day I'm going to design one of them. So you guys are going to, you guys are going to have to be ready because I'm going to come through with some heat for when I get to there.
Just while we're talking on that, I have actually just designed a jersey, the first official Throwback Store jersey. So
better be doing double XLs in them, bruv. I'm gonna need that double XL.
I'm just waiting for the sample to come through, and then that is fresh off the press. That only happened yesterday, so I'm just waiting for the. While we're on the Celtics, anyway, Tatum's extension. You happy?
Love it. Secure the bag, young king. Secure the bag.
Yeah.
How can you not love it?
Yeah, I was in Philly last year, and I seen 3 games while I was there. It was this time last year, actually. I seen the Sixers play the Kings, the Sixers play the Knicks, and the Celtics play the Knicks. And out of every player that I seen over those 3 games, Jayson Tatum stood out an absolute mile.
He hit the game winner in that one.
No.
That was the other one against the Knicks.
It was a blowout. It was a blowout, and like he didn't play the last 10 minutes because like he was just different level, and it's hard for me to say that after seeing Embiid and Simmons there, and then Tatum going mad.
Bro, he's different, man. Like Tatum's really gonna be like I've said it from the moment he was drafted. As soon as we drafted him, I said future MVP.
He's got Kobe in him, Manny. He's got a little bit of Kobe in him.
Straight up, man. And the thing about Tatum, as a lot of people don't realize, is he looks quite skinny, but he's a lot stronger. He's a lot stronger than you would think. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
he ain't small like that.
Nah, but the TV makes him look skinny. You know what I'm saying? When you're next to other guys, when you're standing next to Joel Embiid, you don't. But when you see him in real life, the kid is strong.
He's got that like T-Mac build, hasn't he? That's what it is. It's like that big upper half, but like kind of still athletic in the legs, which is what it's about. And as well, Haywood. What do you think about Gordon Hayward?
You know, like from a pure basketball perspective, it's sad that we've lost him. But from an overall team franchise perspective, I don't care that he's gone. You know, like look at this like this, right? You know Slam Magazine, at the start of last season, they did that series where they brought in like teams to interview. So they had Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler Herro doing one.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And then they had the Celtics come in, right? So you had Marcus, Jalen, and Jayson, and it was popping. And then you just had Gordon sat there on the side looking all awkward, not really vibing, not really knowing what to say. And we're talking about a brother who's, you know, apparently, you know, I don't know if it's official or whatever it is, apparently him or his spouse has donated money to certain political people that, you know, as a teammate of yours, if it was me and one of my teammates was doing that, that's not something that would be on my wave. That's not someone I would look forward to working with every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say too much on that. I'm not trying to imply anything, but I'm just saying from a locker room perspective, I don't know how much he's in. You know, I knew he was leaving for a while. Someone from inside the organization told me a while back that, you know, he's just not enjoying his time there. But, you know, I keep it quiet, man. I ain't saying no per sources on Twitter, bro. I do my thing. But, yeah, I knew he was going. It was just a question of could we sign and trade him for someone else? Now, everyone was talking about Miles Turner, and I'm getting messages from people. I'm getting Twitter mentions from people saying, you lot messed up. You could have got Miles Turner, rare. But I would rather him go to Charlotte for nothing or a trade exception or whatever it is than him go to Indiana. If he goes to Indiana get better. And then we have to play them in the playoffs, and it's all long. Not that I'd be worried about playing them, but you don't want to help out another team that's trying to compete with you. He goes to Charlotte, who cares? What's he going to do? Just sit there and watch LaMelo Ball shooting shots. Like, you know, I'm worried.
Do you like LaMelo Ball, though?
I love LaMelo Ball.
Him and Scary Terry just sat there like, do you remember when we won games in Boston? That was fun, that was, wasn't it?
Do you remember what the playoffs were like?
Do you remember what that ball felt like? I can't remember what that ball felt like now. Like, I don't.
And the other thing is, everyone wanted Miles Turner. We now have Tice, Time Lord, and Tristan Thompson, who the three of them combine for less than what Turner makes this season.
Exactly.
You know, just because you can spend money, it doesn't mean you have to spend money.
I'm on the fence with Miles Turner anyway. Like,
he's soft. I like him on 2K, but in real life, don't get me wrong, he's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy, but I don't know if I'd have him on my team because I like having dogs on my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, one of the other acquisitions that the Celtics made, Mo, is Jeff Teague.
How did I know you were about to say this?
Talking about dogs, but he's a different kind of dog, isn't he? He's like one that you leave in the yard.
Not in my yard. Get that boy out of there. I do not want Jeff Teague on my team. I do not want Jeff Teague in my city. I do not want Jeff Teague in my organization. That's all I will have to say on the matter.
Moving on. So, jerseys, sneakers, we cover it all. But you're pretty prominent in the scene, and you kind of were in August as well, much like Mark was, much like 90% of the country was. What is your jersey that I call the one that got away? Which is the jersey that at a time you could have bought, but you just never did. You were like, oh, I'll get it another time. And then now it's just gone and you can't get it anywhere. So for me, it's the White Bulls City, like the OG City jersey. I got offered it and was like, nah, I don't want it. From the Madhouse in Chicago, was like, nah, I don't want it. I'll pick one up at NBA store when it drops. It never did.
I got offered a game worn Lou Will jersey, Sixers, and at the time it was when I just started the Throwback Store, so the money wasn't there, and I just said no. The price was brilliant; it wasn't ridiculous money, and ever since now I've been like, oh man.
That's tough because the one that got away that you can't. To be honest, I think if I want to find a jersey, I can go to the Throwback Store and probably find that same jersey. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no jerseys I can't get because I'll holler at Mark and say, "Yo, my brother, I need this. I need this. Can you help a brother out?"
You've got it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. It is very tough to say. There are a few random ones that I haven't been able to get. Like the one that Mark, you know, the one I've been trying to get is J.R. Smith, Denver Nuggets one.
Yeah,
not been able to
for a minute.
But I did get the Carmelo Anthony version of it. So I'm cool with that. And then, you know, we'll find another J.R. Smith jersey at some point. What jersey did I? That's tough. That's tough.
See, there is one that I thought you would have said. And I think it's one that all three of us would say. And that is the Black Mamba jersey.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't. What's gone on?
No, he's gone because he's sad.
He's not. He's
Sorry,
gone.
Just had to go and get something real quick. You know what I'm saying? It had to be done. Oh, I dropped it. Woo! So yeah, I got this as a birthday gift for my birthday.
Talk about it on your own.
It's hilarious, yeah, because I stole this hanger from my little brother. Look at the hanger that it's on.
11 to 12 years. How small is that jersey?
No, but obviously you only need it to go over the little sleeve bits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I did manage to get this one. So,
bro, that's only going to go up in value. Don't worry about.
I'm framing this, brother. I'm framing this.
Is that the one that you was talking?
Yeah. I'm trying to put this in a frame so no one can see the Lakers. They just see the Kobe part.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know the vibes with that.
So yeah, that's the one. So I was gonna say this, but that's why it was a tough answer. The one, you know, in terms of jersey I got away is my biggest thing is I meet so many of these players, and I just forget to get them to sign the jersey. Yeah. You know, like I went and spent a week with Ray Allen, and someone goes to me, "Oh, did you not bring a jersey for him to sign?" And I'm like, how did I forget?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll go and interview all these players and I'll just be chilling with them and I could easily go and get some jerseys signed, but it just is never a thought in my head because I'm focused on preparing like my interviews and whatever else I'm doing. It's not in my head to go and get a jersey signed, is it? So there isn't one that really got away. I guess it would be players that they don't like. I would have wanted a big baby Celtics jersey.
Yeah.
You know, like just those odd players that no one thinks about, but they don't sell them on general release.
Exactly. There's no, you can't get it. It's just one of those things that at the time you could probably get it from the team store or something, but
Yeah.
It'll never turn up like ever again. Like there's so many players like that at the Sixers. That's why I've started kind of going into the game worn stuff, because you can get those random jerseys of players that there'd never be a general release jersey out there for.
Yeah, that's the thing with it, because now you can customize them on NBA Store. But if I go and put Davis on the back of a Celtics jersey now, it will just look weird, and everyone will think I'm like an Anthony Davis fan who's living delusionally. So, and also I feel like now the number 11 is cursed in Boston. So, you know, I guess it's better to not. I did end up with like 2 or 3 Kyrie jerseys, which I massively regret now. Have you guys got any jerseys that you regret getting?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the past, I've had Celtics jerseys, like when I was a kid. But it's knocking me sick now thinking about it. Like I used to have a Paul.
I've got Sixers jerseys. There ain't no problems with it. I got an Allen Iverson jersey. I rock it with pride. In fact, it's next to you on the rack right there.
Yeah, the finals jersey.
Yeah, I don't have the finals patch on it though. I can't lie, I didn't get that, but the exact same otherwise.
That's what it's about. It's why we're on jerseys. So you've just showed us the Kobe jersey. Is that your favourite one in your collection, or what is your favourite in your collection?
All right, give me a sec. I'll try and bring them. You know, if anyone is watching visually.
Yeah.
Just as disclaimer, I've not got all of my jerseys, so some of them are away in storage and that. So this is just from the little rack that I've got here. Some of my favourites.
Sure. I'll just carry on with this Bordeaux. What year was this?
2020.
2019 it was. What a year. Better than 2020, I can tell you that.
This is a Cobra Zero circa Costco.
Perfect. Let me. Oh, here we go. He's got stuff for anybody who's listening on Spotify or anything. He come over. He had stuff over his shoulder. He's got things.
I've only got 4. I've got 4.
So he's got 4 out.
So the first one. This is just one I picked up the other day. Not technically an NBA jersey. It's from a designer called Warren Lotas. It's Devin Booker. The final shot.
Yeah, what you've done there is what you've done. This was one of our questions. So you've segued without segueing here.
We'll pretend that we didn't see that one yet, though.
Dope piece,
bro. I've got. Did you guys see the Raptors one? I got like that as well.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen it when it got released.
So obviously, this is one of my favorites. This is the Vince Carter purple Toronto Raptors.
Yeah,
this is just a classic. I feel like every NBA fan wants to have this one.
That's my favourite jersey of all time. That jersey.
What's hilarious is everyone laughed at it when it came out.
I know. I did. Yeah. I remember laughing at it.
Yeah, I used to take the piss out of it, and then now it's kind of wavy.
Yeah.
But this is possibly my favourite non-Celtic one of all time. Is Minnesota Timberwolves Kevin Garnett. Obviously, It's got like the little pine trees. The Mandem have a different name for this jersey, with the little green leaves going around the outside, but that's a whole nother story. But I feel like the Timberwolves font and the 21, the font is just the best part for me. It's so sharp, like that.
For sure. I sold a little segue there. I sold a pair, that same jersey, the shorts to it. Sold a pair of those authentic shorts to Isaiah Thomas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So did you see him talking about this week that he collects NBA shorts to wear during pickup?
Yeah. We discussed it on the last pod that we recorded. So, but yeah, that he bought a pair off me, like the
sick
Bulls ones.
Oh, actually, I'm literally doing some Black Friday shopping right now, and I've got the blue version in my cart ready to check out. But then this last one is a little bit different.
Okay.
It's not to everyone's taste, but for me, this just reminds me of my childhood.
I know what this is. Yeah.
Agent Zero in the place. Did I buy this one from you, or did I buy this one from Hoopin' and Luton?
I think you got that from Elliot. I think you got that one from Elliot.
Because I knew it was from one of you guys, because I've been looking for it for time.
That's
the Wizards with this.
One of my favourites. It reminds me of him taking a gun into the locker room That's
it just reminds me of him pulling up at almost the halfway line and just draining shots with no time left on the clock. Like, people forget, if Gilbert Arenas was in the NBA today, he would be the second best point guard in the league.
Okay. This is come perfectly from the podcast before, because we discussed Gilbert Arenas in that. Somebody asked us.
I'm slipping because I haven't heard the last episode yet. I haven't got round to it, so that's my bad, because I must sound mad ignorant, right? 2 things in a row that were from the last episode.
No, well, it's fine, because you won't even have seen that episode yet, because we only recorded it this afternoon. So
bro, you got to be thinking I'm tripping. You got to be out here thinking, how did I miss an episode?
I've not
you got to be out here tripping.
I've not even seen that episode.
That makes more sense now. That makes more sense. What were you guys saying about Gilbert Arenas, though?
I said he was a top 15 point guard all time.
Like, but the thing is with him is prime Gilbert Arenas. Like, when we talk about all times, people have to look at a whole body of work. I'm talking if you took him at his prime. Yeah. And some players' primes don't last as long as other players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
LeBron's prime has obviously been massively at the top. Some players just have one amazing season. Like, prime Jeremy Lin ranks very differently to Jeremy Lin's career, Jeremy Lin. Do you know what I mean? But there was that one stretch where he was like almost the best player in the league for a few weeks.
The same as Isaiah Thomas in that respect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas in his prime, like when he was with the Celtics, was different level altogether.
You could go off for 50 if you wanted.
But I just remember Gilbert Arenas going for like 60 on Kobe.
Mm. Like I'll put Gilbert Arenas over any point guard in the NBA right now aside from Steph.
My question was, would you rank him above Westbrook?
Yeah.
There was no hesitation. There was no hesitation.
But I mean, like, I mean to say this, okay? If we were playing, if you had to play for your life and you had to pick someone to play for you, I would pick Gilbert Arenas over Russell Westbrook.
At his peak.
Yeah, at peak Gilbert Arenas and peak Russell Westbrook. Yeah. But if I was a GM making a franchise, I'd pick Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, because he'd sell more shirts.
Not even that though. I just feel like Russ has more of a longevity factor and he does a little bit more than just scoring. But yeah, no, Gilbert I rate highly, and I think people have forgotten because he was in that he kind of went away from the league just as social media started to get popping like that. You know what I mean? If Instagram was around when he was in his peak, then boy, he would have been he'd be everyone's favorite player.
Have you been having a conversation with him? Because this is exactly what I said. Like if we could have scripted that, if I could put a screen up of you both talking about it,
that's mad.
Exactly the same thing, because
great minds.
Yeah, he was like G was saying basically that he's come at the wrong time, and if he was in this era of social media, it'd have been mad. So
and this era of 3-point shooting, look at what Dame's allowed to do. Imagine if they had Gilbert Arenas, but they told him to do that instead of him just saying, "Nah, I'm pulling up." Imagine if the coach actually let him do it.
Imagine him having a green light.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was always on amber. Like, he was somewhere in between. It was like, we want you to score, but let's not like pull up from the halfway. You know.
Well, listen, as far as I'm concerned, if you can play in the NBA wearing Dolce & Gabbana shoes, you can do whatever you want. Because them designer crepes there are the most uncomfortable crepes I've worn in my life. So if you can hoop in them, bro, I tried to wear a pair of Balenciagas on a night out. They were so uncomfortable. At about 1 a.m, I was like, I'm going home, change to some Air Max. If you can hoop in them, you have all my respect.
Keeping it real.
That's what we do.
So obviously we vaguely touched on it with the Suns jersey, but Warren Lotas and that's sort of what you would class as more independent brands.
Yeah.
So another one that's kind of come up that you've been a pretty big supporter of as well is the guys at Capsule Collection.
Yeah, that's
so that kind of sort of like off-kilter sort of different approach to kind of NBA fashion. Are you a big fan of that rather than the sort of team-generated images? Like, they can be a bit boring. These are just a little bit more fun and exciting.
You know me, I'm a creative. I spend my life creating stuff. And when I see other people creating stuff that's dope, I support it. That's my homie Skits, who does the Capsule Collection. Shout out to Skits. I love what they're doing there. I think it's really unique combining like the superhero world with NBA teams and Dragon Ball Z with NBA teams. Because obviously a lot of us, bro, we all grew up watching Dragon Ball Z and we're all NBA fans. So it's the perfect crossover. And I don't think the NBA is going to license a collab with Dragon Ball Z. Like that's not really on their agenda. Do you know what I mean? So those small independent people, and then like Warren Lotas is like, you can never get something like this provided by a NBA team. It's art, bro. It's not fashion. I say this is art. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's all his drawings, all his artwork. I love supporting independent businesses. I love supporting creators, artists, and all of that because, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. This is what's so great about the NBA is everyone can put their own creative spin on things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the same way I look at those jerseys, the same way I look at this podcast, right? We could just say, how do you feel about people creating their own podcasts and not just listening to the NBA TV ones? You know, like that. It's creating is creating, whether you're drawing pictures, designing jerseys, making shows, whatever it is, it's still at the end of the day, it's creation. So, you know, I try and support any of them small businesses related to basketball. And Warren Lotas ain't even small now. I heard he made, I can't say the figure that he made off his last drop, but he is small time now, boy.
No. But it might. It's how much he's telling Nike that he's making off that last drop because them kicks that he's putting out look really similar to one that Nike like.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to comment on. I can't comment on that. I've got a few, you know, people that I can't speak on this about because of, you know, whatever. But what I will say is, I just think his art is just crazy.
Brilliant.
Like everything he makes, I try and copy it all. I must have blown so much though on Warren Lotas's stuff alone, like, because it's mad because I spent so many years, it's the same as the crepes. I spent so many years being broke, just looking at this stuff on Instagram. And then the man were tagging me in this stuff like, yo, you should get this. They got no idea. I don't even know how I'm getting dinner that night. So now that I'm finally like kind of living a normal life, I can afford to like spend out a little bit of money on this stuff. So literally when I first got my like first paycheck, I put aside a little bit of dough just so next time you drop something, I could cop it.
Yeah.
Because like, I mess with this stuff heavy. And, you know, it's one of those eye-catching ones as well. I've been in big meetings with corporate people. And you know me, bro, I'll roll to a big meeting wearing a hoodie. I ain't wearing no suit and tie. And they've been like, yo, that's an interesting T-shirt you've got on. Like, tell us more. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I proper mess with it, man. I dig it, you know, and there's a lot of other stuff that is just impossible to get hold of because, you know, we're not in the US. It's like some of them don't even ship internationally. And some of them, once it's sold out, they don't ever do a restock.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it? That when it's done, it's gone. Like, I've not been able to get the Sixers Iverson T-shirt that he did. Which is unreal. That was like, and I've not been able to get it. So don't.
Mark. No. I don't even get one for myself, but I got one for one of my other friends who's a Sixers fan for a gift for his birthday. And I could have got you one had I known.
We need friends like you over here in the north. You need to come this side of the wall. When you come this side of the wall, then. But I will say, shout out to Skits and Ash at Capsule Collection. We're working on a collab at the moment with the Throwback Store, so
awesome.
That'll be coming soon too.
That's dope.
So we'll finish up with your prediction for the season. Who do you think's going to win the championship?
This is painful to say, but it's going to be the Lakers going back to back.
What do you think, G? Who are you? I've not asked you. I've not even asked you yet. We've done 47,000 podcasts and I've still not asked you.
It's actually nice to be asked my opinion for once.
Well,
maybe now you're finally realizing that I am a fucking asset to this.
Yeah, you are. You're about as much as an asset as Gordon Hayward was in Boston.
I'm as much of an asset as I think I am. I'm going to believe in myself.
Believe in yourself.
No, I think you're probably not far off. the Lakers, they won it last year. They've only strengthened. Like, you'd be a mug to turn around and be like, it's going to be someone rubbish like the Sixers or something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, my honest to God. Why are you pointing?
Just saying. But just saying, you're going to let man say that on your podcast. You're going to let that run on the Throwback Store podcast. The owner of the Throwback Store is being disrespected.
I know.
Is that what's going down?
But he's a Bulls fan. He's had his time. He's had his time. Been and gone. But what I will say is, if the Bucks had got Bogdanovich, I think it could have been different. I think it could have been different. I still think, because at that time when all that was kind of going on, we didn't know what the Lakers had actually done in regards to getting Trez, and now they've got Montrezl Harrell. I think it kind of changes the dynamic completely.
Well, here's the thing. I had an idea. You know, if I was a general manager, I had an idea. My idea was this. Trade Kemba Walker plus picks for Drew Holiday. Trade Gordon Hayward and that package to Indiana for Miles Turner. And then defensively, how are you scoring on that lineup? Marcus Smart, Drew Holiday, Brown, Tatum, Turner. No one's scoring on us. That was going to be a championship team. But they didn't give me the GM job. So I guess we'll settle for fifth in the East or something stupid.
Yeah, you'll just be below us. Yeah, just fifth, sixth.
I think you lot will do a lot better than everyone's expecting.
I do. I think we've surrounded the guys with shooters this season. Doc's no idiot, you know. Although
Doc's trying to recreate the 08 Celtics with you guys.
Yeah, we just as long as we don't go 3-1 up, we'll be okay. Like if we go like 3-2 and then take it from there, but like soon as 2-2, fine, you know.
I've got a question, right? I've got a question. This is what's been going on in my head today, right? The Atlanta Hawks.
No.
Why is no one putting respect on their name? They are stacked, you know. They are stacked.
Are you in Ginger Shaq's head? Because he was talking about that today on that podcast as well.
I don't know, man. Maybe he just reads my tweets a lot.
Maybe he's in your inbox. You want to change your password, is what you want to do.
I trust Ginger Shaq with it. If there's anyone I trust with it, I trust Ginger Shaq with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is that.
The Atlanta Hawks, they're stacked, bro. They've got an elite starting five. They've got an elite bench. Like, I just don't see the problem. Like, I'm not saying they'll win it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're going to win it or get to the conference finals. But I'm just saying no one is respecting them.
Where do you think they're going to get then?
I think they could finish 6th or 5th in the East.
Oh.
I'm high on them, man. They're legit. They're legit, bro.
Bulls are getting the 8th seed. Just saying.
Bulls.
80's going to the Charlotte Hornets, babe, before the Bulls.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Bulls are getting? The Bulls are getting a Zach LaVine trade request.
That's what they're
getting. Because he's watching everyone else get great players to play with. What's he doing?
Yeah, well, it could be worse. You could be a Knicks fan.
You nearly went one podcast without doing it, Mark. You nearly went one podcast.
You've got to just keep digging them.
No, you know what? You know what, though? I do think the Knicks have a plan. I think I've figured out
I hope they've got a plan.
I've figured out their plan. I'm making a video about it. So stay tuned for that one. I'm going to plug myself right now. But there is a video dropping about the blueprint that the Knicks have slyly been working on that I think has gone over a lot of people's heads.
Is this relocating to the BBL?
No, you've done them dirty now.
How many points do you think RJ Barrett would score in a BBL game?
60.
Just because the time would run out before he got to above 60. What, 31, Shaq?
I just think 60 just because it depends, doesn't it, really? Like, probably more. Yeah, I don't know. Like you say, it depends, doesn't it? He's getting 80.
How many does he want to score? How many do you want to score?
Yeah.
like, without any disrespect to anyone in the BBL, but just the NBA is on a whole nother level. I don't think people realize just how great the NBA guys are, because obviously we criticize NBA players in comparison to other NBA players. But in any other league in the world, like, look at what Shane Larkin does in EuroLeague. Shane Larkin's like the best point guard in the EuroLeague. Couldn't even stay on an NBA roster. So, you know, that is what it is.
On that bombshell, like, we've just disrespected the Knicks and every team in the BBL.
I said without disrespecting. So I covered myself.
Yeah. We've done this before. We've been in this boat.
I only said
well, here's the thing. If there's anyone in the BBL who thinks RJ Barrett won't put buckets on their heads up, let me know. I'll try and organize it with my people at the Knicks.
Like, I'm looking for a 10-day. I'm looking for a 10-day at the Knicks. I'm not going to lie.
I think DeAndre Liggins could lock him up because I've seen him lock up Steph Curry. I think there's a few other guys in the league that would be a good job on him, but basketball's not one-on-one. Do you know what I'm saying? It's team defense. So, you know, like, we're talking about these guys who are like, RJ Barrett was top 3 in his draft class. So,
yeah. You know. And then you have people like the likes of Buck who will light you up. Light you up, you know. Like, if he's got the green light, he's shooting every shot, every time down, and he's shooting it from 3, and he ain't leaving that court until he's got 60 at least.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, we could talk about this all night. I think we're going to take it to a close on the 10th episode. I appreciate you coming on. That's why the wine is out.
You having me?
The Bordeaux. Oh, Buxton.
It's disgusting.
It was.
It's not Highland Spring.
It's not, but it's a snazzy bouquet. That is. It's a snazzy bouquet.
It's a little bit better than Tesco's own brand. So
it's a little bit better than tap water, is what it is.
Yeah, basically. Not quite Highland Spring. Still on the search for that Highland Spring sponsorship.
Yeah.
The marathon continues.
And we're still looking for the Mitchell and Ness sponsorship. So, yeah, I'm waiting for that. Yeah. But I appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
No, it's been an honor.
The knowledge that you bring it's not second to none. It's unbelievable. Like, and everything you do for the community in the UK, we appreciate you. Everybody appreciates you. Thanks for coming on.
That's mad love, bro.
And last but not least, like, the Celtics ain't gonna finish above Philly this year. Like, I'm just getting this here now. Okay, what we'll do. See, I'm one glass down now. I'm feeling good. If the Celtics finish above the Sixers, you can have anything off the Throwback Store. Any one jersey off the Throwback Store you can have.
Wow.
But...
And what? Yeah, go on.
Go
on.
But... I don't know what I want in return. What do I want in return? Gee, come on, think of something quick.
I'm not helping you out when you make stupid bets with people.
Oh.
The funniest part is he's placing a bet, and I've not even disagreed with him.
I know. I've dug myself a hole that there was no hole.
I didn't even disagree with him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, what I'll get back from
Let me know.
Is a Hoop Genius hoodie.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what we'll go with. That's what we'll go with.
Yeah. Are we saying regular season or like further in the playoffs?
No, we'll go regular season because
you got
terrible in the playoffs.
Yeah. You don't want that.
Let's not go. We got swept by you guys last year. That's the last thing I need again.
Oh man, I forgot. But I should have brought my broom for this podcast. I should have brought my broom if I knew we were going to be talking this smoke.
No. But yeah, thanks again.
Nah, bro. Honestly, big love, bro. Thank you for having me on. You know, yourself, Ginger Shaq, 2 pillars of this community that we've built here. And we continue to keep building, man. I appreciate both of you, not just for being dope individuals, but, you know, for everything you do for everyone else as well. I see it all. I appreciate it all. Shout out to Ginger Shaq with the color coordination on this fit as well. If you've listened to this on audio, you've truly missed out on the visual experience of the Ginger Shaq sauce. So, you know, make sure you're watching the Throwback Store podcast it's on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
And make sure you're subscribed to that and subscribe to these guys on the audio, because these are 2 of the dopest guys that I know, 2 of the nicest fellas that I've ever met, 2 real guys in the games and 2 real jersey, sneaker, hoop head. So it's mad love every time, bro. I appreciate you both. And I'm wishing nothing but success on this marathon that we continue building basketball up here in the UK.
I've got nothing more to say. We're going to leave it at that. It's done. It's over. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.